Welcome back to F1 2023 Career Mode. Here we are at Season 1, Round 4, Azerbaijan, Baku City Circuit. Anyone that knows this circuit knows this is quite a difficult street circuit with a lot of close walls and tight corners with a long straight along the back. So it's interesting to see how we perform here. Let's get straight into practice 1, get our practice programs done, and we can skip over to qualifying. So, fuel management, race strategy, and Jesus, I suppose we should just get straight into the race strategy program then.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec. There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
No worries, Jeff. I will take it easy. Thank you very much for telling me about that. It's this part coming up here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, for fucking hell. Already the front wing is gone. No, 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 no!
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna get fired.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, and Sergio Perez. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Practice 2 then. Oh, it's a sprint weekend. So straight to qualifying. Oh my fucking god. Oh, no way. So because I crashed out in practice 1, I've got to go out now and put an absolutely banging lap in.
All set, we're ready to
no
go,
practice
so let's get the
time
car out onto the track.
for qualifying, because it's a sprint weekend. It's just not going to happen. I have no words for my performance here.
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Albon, Ricciardo, Stroll, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Joe, Sargent, and Jackson. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
Yeah, Jeff, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
There's not even any point defending this.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
George was 4 seconds a lap quicker than me.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Well, not the result our points leader would have wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, goodbye. And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Ocon, Ricciardo, Jackson, Hülkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Bottas and Logan Sargent. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
So here we are then, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I'm starting P15. Let's see if we can make any places off the start, already up to P14. As we go around the outside, try and get a wider line around there, stay out of trouble. We've got ahead of Gasly, we've got Stroll just ahead of us there as we're heading into turn 3 here, very slow. Gone round the outside there as we have Stroll dead ahead of us right now. Got a good run on him coming up to this corner as we go to the outside to see if we can get around him here. And we do manage to get here around the outside now. This race was not a good race for me. It ended quite badly, hence why the video is quite short. But as we are here, lap 1, and we are up to P9 before we've got halfway around the track. Not too shabby. Up next to Tsunoda. Let's hope we can get him here on this back straight, long back straight, favouring the performance that Mercedes engines can give me this season, not like in real life. We've got a good run on Tsunoda here. You can see us coming into the shot just there. As we're trying now, are we going to go inside or are we going to go round the outside of Tsunoda there, brake a little bit later. Quite easy there going into turn 1. And also we've got quite a good run on Alonso here as we're going right. Oh, close. Bit of a switch around the outside into turn 2, and we've made that one stick on Alonso too. He may have the run at us coming back up. It doesn't look like he has. Mind you, it's looking like he's coming back at us now as he pulls out from the dirty air and tries to go up the inside, but he can't quite make it stick there. Bit of a bit of a tank stop coming out the corner there from the south. Quite a difficult part of the track, very twisted, turny, especially through the castle section of it. As you saw, I crashed there for qualifying. This can be quite a tricky corner to go through. Here we are again, you join me on the back straight as we are tailing Carlos Sainz here on the Ferrari. No DRS active as it is lap 2. DRS is only going to come into effect next lap. So here we are now, moving up behind Carlos Sainz, right in the slipstream here. And we're going to pull out to the inside, dive bomb him late on the brakes he tries, and there we go, right down the inside. Plenty of space coming out of turn 1. No threat to us here at turn 2. Let's skip to lap 4. This is where it all starts to go wrong for me. I've got Alonso coming. I thought he was going around my outside there, and all of a sudden he switched to my inside. I try and cover him off, but I go too far over. I get caught on his wheel. I can't get out of this grip now. He spins me around. His wheel comes off. My front wing is off straight into the pit lane. Virtual safety car has been called at this point in the race, but as I'm coming into the pits, it goes to full safety car. Definitely my fault. I shouldn't have got as close to him as I got there on the straight. Obviously, really bad move from me. Not great, and I have been penalised for it here. As we're coming out of the pit lane, we are P19, effectively last as Alonso's out of this race. So here we are coming out the pit lane. You're probably going to see me come past this safety car. There it is, just in the shot. It's going to be waiting for Russell to come round. So I'm free to pass it here. Bit of a touch on the wall there on cold tyres. But this is where I face disaster coming out of turn 4 here. I have my throttle stick on. I'm just going to the delta at the moment. Try not to exceed the track lap delta. I've hit the wall there again. And my throttle has stuck on at this point here. Very bad. End of race. Quite possibly the worst race of my entire life. The throttle stuck on in the end there and I went straight on into the barrier. Yeah, I don't really know what to say there. Other than that was absolutely dreadful.